Hey, Cricket.
Hey, and I'm Charlie Wynperle from Bridgemaster Fishing Products. We're here at Camp Mack, Harvey Resort, and we just finished up the FX3 Veterans Tournament, and my partner Cricket took home first place with 14 pounds. Did you have a good time, girl?
Yes, sir.
All right, and as you can tell, we have a very special guest with us today, Miss Darcy from Darcizzle Offshore. You've seen her on Facebook, you've seen her on YouTube. She is here live at Camp Mack, Harvey Resort. Miss Cricket, have you got any questions for Miss Darcy?
I know that you travel a lot for fishing. Where's your favorite place to fish?
Honestly, my favorite place to fish would definitely have to be the Florida Keys. There are so many amazing species down there to catch, including on the Gulf side and even deep sea fishing. You have the biggest variety of fish to catch there, so I have a blast visiting the Florida Keys, specifically Big Pine Key.
What's your favorite type of fish to catch?
Honestly, I am not too picky when it comes to fishing. I love to catch everything, but if I had to name a few favorites, it would be the mutton snapper. That's bottom fishing offshore. They put up such a fun fight. The mahi, also known as a dolphin, which is a really colorful acrobatic fish that you catch deep sea fishing, and those are a blast to catch. And I would also have to say snook, which is an inshore fish, and they are a blast. I've caught a bunch of over 40-inch fish in my lifetime, so I'm blessed to catch such amazing fish down in South Florida.
That's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You know, I got to tell you one thing about snook. I am a closet snook fisherman, because let me tell you something. If you're a bass fisherman, you'll love snook fishing.
Yeah.
Very similar technique and tackle.
Right.
A lot of fun when you're out fishing the bays and that.
Honestly. And I was going to say too really quick that we actually use bass gear occasionally when we're fishing for snook, and it makes it that much more of a fun or fighting them on light tackle.
Absolutely.
It's a blast.
So you do a lot of offshore fishing, but you also do inshore fishing. What's the big difference between that?
Well, there's a lot of differences between the two, but I guess the biggest difference would be the tactics and what you're doing inshore. But inshore is a little bit of a different setup in the way you think about fish, and you really think about structure and where fish are going to be positioned in different current and tide situations, and you have to really analyze the water situation when you're inshore and really figure out what those fish want to eat, whether it's a slow, whether you're reeling in a lure slow or you're reeling in a lure fast or bouncing it off the bottom. You just have to see what works. And then offshore, it's just a totally different ball game. Out there, you go out into deep seas over 1,000 feet deep, and so it just depends on what you're targeting. But it's a totally different ball game, and both of them require a lot of time and mindset and skill that goes into it. So I guess there's not one specific thing that's the difference, but they're both different.
So let me ask you a question. Where did you get your love of fishing?
My love of fishing came from my father, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year. I grew up in Miami, Florida, and he started taking me fishing at the age of 3 years old on a canoe, which is basically a modified canoe. And he took me and my younger sister out all the time. So I grew up mangrove snapper fishing and lobstering with my dad.
Awesome. And that's how most young people get started, is either through a mother, a father, or grandfather. We see a lot of the young people that bass fish here that get started off with their parents.
Exactly.
I did too. My dad taught me.
That's awesome, and that's why we have these future generations here to show fishing to the next generation, and hopefully we keep this going.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing thing.
Anything else, Miss Cricket?
No, I think that's all.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap. Camp Mack, Harvey Resort. Miss Darcy, we're so happy to have you here. It's been our pleasure.
I'm honored to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Cricket. It's been awesome.